That's his high compliment. Would you welcome from next door, from Lots of Luck, Mr. Dom DeLuise.
Hello. Oh, what a...
First of all,
yes.
I want you to know if your kids walk out here, this is going to be disgraceful. I don't want...
Well, they'll be in diapers. Mine are in diapers.
That's right.
But it must be terrific to have a big boy like that. Does it feel good to have a big... And then to be a mother. You know, you've entertained us for years, and then all of a sudden you become a mother. And talking about his room and his boxes and things. It's cute.
Would you like to be a mother?
No. Well, maybe for an hour or so. I don't know. No.
Yeah, it is sort of nice for him to come in.
He's a good boy. You know what he said? He said, I want to surprise her. How do you get out there? You know, so I showed him where the crack was.
Sure.
And,
We refer to it as our stage opening.
Stage opening.
It'll be a crack on your show if you want it, but on our show, it's the entrance, we call it here. We don't call it a crack in the wall. You're on prime time, and of course, it's crack over there.
Well, on prime time, we call it a crack, but that's, that's different. Okay.
I was going to mention this before you came out.
Yes?
You're going to be a guest star on Medical Center?
Medical Center. Isn't that something? Yeah, I think that's something. I have no disease, but it's a very serious... I have a...
I mean, you don't have to have it.
No, you don't... Well, that's what everybody says to me. I said, I'm doing a medical center, and they said, well, what have you got? And I said, oh, it's it's 7 days' work is what it was, But they said, no, what? I said, what sickness? And I said, well, it's a little kid that's very sick. And
oh, I see.
It's wonderful to do serious.
Dramatic role?
Yeah. I want to talk about, can I jump quickly to Maine?
Well, you can jump any place you want.
Okay. To Maine, I want to talk about the relationship between the boy and Lucy in the film. It was just...
That's right, you saw one of the previews.
Oh, and my wife and I just was so moved by it. Like when you clap for a film...
You what?
When you go like this.
Oh, applaud.
For a movie.
See, on your set, you say clap. Here we say applaud.
We say clap, applaud. When you come in the crack...
It's going to be a long night here on the farm.
Just go right ahead.
Anyway, I found myself clapping along with all the people, the 200 or so people that were seeing the film. We were just cheering, for the film. And then I was crying because of the relationship between the boy and Lucy. And I think that you're an incredible actress. And I want to thank you publicly for all those wonderful years. You should have been on all that time, and you should not leave us. You were wonderful. I know you're not leaving. I mean...
I'm not leaving. I just...
But with a family reunion and everything, this is getting pretty teary here tonight.
I have 6 years product and a couple of things that I want to do. And I'm so happy that you spoke about that little boy. His name, get the name. Yeah. Kirby Furlong.
Oh, come on now.
Kirby Furlong.
Nobody is named Kirby Furlong.
And they found him in a bread commercial. He was 8.5 when they found him. He was 10 when we finished the picture. And he is an unusual little boy, and it was very easy to do those scenes with him because...
You could really fall in love with him.
On or off, I was madly in love with this child. We couldn't even say good night every evening and without crying.
Well, it showed. That kind of thing showed.
He is something. He's a natural.
Hi, anytime.
Hi, Dom. No, it's all right.
One of the things that I had to do in the medical center was to be in love with the little boy, who was not my son, but like adopted.
Well, you should find that easy to do.
Yeah, I'm crazy about kids.
How many do you have?
I have 3 boys, and it's hard.
I have 3 also.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Just want to get in there once in a while. So people don't think I'm off.
No, don't you think that it's difficult to discipline children? Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Yes, it is.
Because...
It's tougher to discipline 3 of them.
That they're going to be happy. You think that they're...
Safe. Right.
But what happened, let me tell you a story, all right?
Okay, I think... Can you...
Not now. Later?
No, we'll all want to hear the story
Sure.
when we come back.
I'm going to get like Cheryl.
I don't know what I do. What did I say wrong?
We're going to, I think, continue after we do this. So you stay with us, folks. Banana City here. Bruce, I know we have to say goodnight to you because you have to go and you've got to change and get ready to go to this function tonight. And I thank you for coming, really. I certainly will be.
And thank you very much. It's been a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you, Louis. Really.
Thank you.
Yes, you see,
Yeah.
she stood up, she
Style.
took a bow, and went out the crack.
You see, out the entrance, out the exit, out the
but
exit.
I mean, it is like a crack. She's terrific.
Now, what was the story you were going to tell?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you that I would like, since this is a departure for me to do a serious piece of work, it is on March 25th, which is next Monday, on Medical Center. And I want to say one word about Chad Everett, who was interesting. They had a lot of trouble when they were filming our scenes together because they couldn't tell us apart in the bright lights. That's true. He's terrific. He laughs. He's got such enthusiasm. And that's the nice thing, because you're here a long time. You're zestful about your work. He's been there 5 years, and they were so enthusiastic as I was about it, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a nice departure for me.
That should be something. Have you ever done a straight dramatic role?
Not really. At home, I'm very dramatic. You know, what's happening here? You know, I mean, you know, out, get out, you know, who took my celery? You know, something.
Everybody who does comedy or spent their life doing light comedy acting always wants to get ahead.
You want to do it.
Yeah, to
you
see
know?
if you can really handle it.
And you always think you have potential, you know, that you have potential for great tragedy. And this gave me a nice opportunity. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very serious. But as you do a scene where you have to cry or something, they all cheer and you know, they go, yippee! At the end of it, you know. They're very silly.
Look forward to it.
Good.
You know, we talked a lot about your dad last time he was on the show, who must have been a fascinating man. He never got a chance to see you on television, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he thought it was terrific. He said, that's nice. You do nice. I go, okay, nice. Come on, let's eat, you know.
It wasn't all that important, huh?
Yeah, he liked it. He would say, God bless, which is God bless you. And he had an accent, obviously, and he would call breakfast, he would say breakfast.
Breakfast?
I have a nice breakfast. He was a terrific man. I really loved him.
You can tell that when you talk about him.
And he would say, what the hell is going on here? A lot.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah. And he would yell. He would just scream. If somebody came along and picked his hedges, you know hedges. You know what hedges are?
Of course I know what hedges are.
I don't know. I think of you as behind that
48 years
chair
old.
for your whole life. I just think, I know, but
growing out of the ground, you clip them.
Yeah, and he used to clip them very, you know, and then put
I know
them
hollyhocks, too, and all those things.
Well, I never heard hollyhock. Anyway, if you picked his hedges, in one place, there used to be like a little hole in his hedges, and he would look out his window and just watch if anybody walked by, you know, and he would just yell at you if you picked his hedges. And one time my aunt, Mother Lane, she was a very dignified lady. She would walk, you know, she was very dignified. But she used to like to pick a hedge and stick it in her mouth. And my father, out the window, just saw this hand, and he said, hey, what the hell? Don't go on! Get out of the way! You know, and her hat, this very dignified lady just went, hey, Juwan, it's me, you know. I said, I'm sorry, it's Mother Lane. I thought it was something, you know. Very strange. My family liked that story a lot.
That's the strangest question I've been asked in a long time. Do you know what hedges are?
Well, you know, because you think of you as sitting here.
I wasn't born by this
playing
desk,
with your
you know.
pencil.
I wasn't incubated here.
No,
I actually
understand, but
lived another life, you know.
As being here all the time, doing your pencil.
No, I actually have been away from here, and I've been out and seen trees.
That's right. You have a whole life.
And forests, and I've seen hedges.
Well, and our story was about hedges. All right, anyway, discipline. I mean, I try to be very gentle but firm with my children. Wow. So hard. That's very hard to do that. And one time, Peter was beating Michael up. Peter's 7, Michael's 5, and Michael's really little. And I said, no more hitting, you understand? No more hitting, no hitting allowed. Use words. Hit a pillow, kick a can, but don't hit your brother. Do you understand that? Nice, as gently, as firm as I could. And the next thing, I come into the room, may I use your neck a minute? And Peter was choking Michael and sitting on his chest, and he was going like this, you know. And I said, what's going on? What's going on here? And my words must have rung in his ear, and he said, it's an accident.
It's an accident?
He said, it's a mistake, it's a mistake. And I don't know what to do. What do you do? It's an accident. You know? Choking, he was choking her.
What are you doing? Nothing is what you usually get. Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing.
And then how do you teach them? By giving them a swat? What do you do? What did you do?
Some people say you should whack a child. Some psychiatrists say it doesn't do any good to strike a child, because you usually strike a child when you're angry.
When you're angry, hit.
That's what you're teaching him. Yeah, that's the trouble. You usually hit a child in anger, and then later on you calm down, and he figures that's the way you should do it.
Yeah. Well, it's very hard. Sometimes when I'm mad, I hit. I don't know what to do. The next thing I see is just blue. I see my fingerprints on an
Brothers are going to fight occasionally. They're going to fight.
Oh, they're going to fight until they're 18, I guess.
Sure, all their life.
Very hard.
That's catchy. We have the Ace Trucking Company, and Charlton Heston will join us.
Oh, my
First,
God.
we
Is
have...
he going to part the Red Sea
He's going to
again?
part your hair right here on the...
Lots of luck.
Yes. The Ace Trucking Company is with us tonight. They're four very talented...